What is up, Raider Nation? I'm back here with another live stream. Good morning to you all. Hope you guys are having a good morning thus far. It's like 9:15 in the morning right now, so let's do something early today. Yeah. Hopefully today's live stream doesn't crash like the other last two of them. the other two that I've done have crashed, but I guess you can't do much about that. But I'm gonna give you guys some time, and then we can get the show started. I'm gonna give you guys some time to join if anybody wants to join. So, yeah, I'll get started here in a second. Let me see if I can gather up any more Raider stories. All right, hold on. All right, let's get started. So what's up, Raider Nation? Like I just mentioned, what's up to you guys? Um, back here with another show. I missed you. I missed last weekend's show because I was busy and couldn't do it. So hey, but we're here today. Today's Sunday, so. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. Today's April, what, the 12th? No, the 12th. Why did I just say it was April the 12th? Today's April the 7th, and we got 19 more days till the night of the draft. I can't wait till the draft, man. I'm so excited. Oh, I think next weekend is going to be our draft special, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'm so excited for the draft, man. Woo! I'm so excited. Fat guy? Who calling a fat guy? We calling a fat guy. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm so excited for the draft. 19. Wait. Hold on, wait. 18 more days. 18 more days till the draft and counting. Woo! Can't wait, man. We got 3 first-round picks. Ooh. Okay. Squad up. I'm not on my Xbox right now, Matt. I'm I'm clearly recording this for this for you guys. I'm not on my Xbox. It's 9 in the morning. Come on. Oh my god. Um. Okay. So yeah, like I said, draft. Awesome. Can't wait. Okay. So next, I want to. All right. Well, maybe because I'm gonna be quite busy today. But uh, if I can, I'll get on. Okay. Because I know you want to play Fortnite. That's all you do. Anyway, so yeah. So we're gonna talk about the draft later. But now let's talk about Shane LECLAR. Shane LECLAR retired. About a week ago. Yeah. And most people are. Ooh, yeah, we gotta get our game in on Madden, man. Hey, we gotta get our game in. We gotta get that game in. I'm gonna beat you. Gotta get that game in though, for real. So Shane LECLAR announced his retirement. Now, there's been a lot of talk about him going to the Hall of Fame, possibly a Hall of Famer, and I'm gonna give my take on that. So I was also reading a report from NBC Sports saying that he should be considered to go to the Hall of Fame, but here's my take. Yes, he was the best punter we've had in a while. He's better than Johnny Townsend and Market King combined. But at the same time, man, he's not better. Huh? Oh, I'll give it to you later. But he's not better than Ray Guy. Ray Guy is way better than him. Ray Guy is legendary. I mean, so I don't know if Shane LECLAR should go into the Hall of Fame. I mean, his numbers say otherwise because I mean, he played 13 seasons. He played 8 for the Raiders and 4 for the Texans. He did pretty great in all of them. He went up 10% of his average throughout all of his seasons. But at the end of his career, he started declining a lot. So I feel like if you're asking me, I'm gonna say maybe not first ballot, maybe not first 4 years, 5 years. Maybe give him that Tom Flores treatment because I mean, first of all, he's a punter. Punters don't seem to make it into the Hall of Fame nowadays. I think the only punter. Oh, there's a lot of. Is there a lot of punters? I think the only punter in the Hall of Fame that's actually noteworthy is Ray Guy himself. Actually. Because I know for kickers, it's Morton Anderson and a few other guys. I mean, kickers and punters don't make it into the Hall of Fame like quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs do, or linebackers for that matter. So I mean, I don't know if he's gonna make it. If you're asking me, not yet. But I mean, his numbers say otherwise. But Janikowski is definitely gonna go to Hall of Fame. So maybe put both of them together. I don't know, man. Interesting topic because I don't know if he did enough to justify that he should be a Hall of Famer as a punter. You know, like Ray Guy was something else, but Shane LeClair was like, I mean, Pat McAfee is a close competitor to what Shane LeClair had, right? And Pat McAfee's probably gonna go to the Hall of Fame, even though he retired at age 28. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, that's an interesting topic. We'll see how that pans out, I guess. In other news, the Raiders, since I've been on here last, signed about 3 or 4 guys. They signed Luke Wilson from the Lions. He's a nice tight end. He's probably gonna be our starter because, a while ago, we lost Jared Cook to the Saints on a 2-year deal. I vented about that one, but I mean, Luke Wilson. I mean, all right, he's decent. Lions didn't know how to use him correctly. He should be all right. Uh, um, and then we also signed Alex Barrett from the Double A. Oh, whoa, sorry. I watch a podcast that calls it the Double AF, but it's the AAF. But now that's defunct. They got rid of that because freaking they don't have enough money. So, but we signed Alex Barrett from the San Diego Fleet. I don't even know who Alex Barrett is, but I guess he's just a depth guy and whatever. I don't know. All right, all right, fair game. Okay. Um. So and then we also signed Jordan Richard, who is the safety for the Falcons and the Patriots. I know nothing about him either, but I guess they're just depth guys, and they are just depth guys. So, yep. I mean, all right, nice little depth guys. Oh yeah, and then we also signed Ryan Grant. Now Matt might remember who he is because he's also a half Ravens fan over here. Ryan Grant was the guy that the Ravens gave a 4-year, $29 million contract to. But then they failed his physical because he had a sprained ankle. But then they also failed his physical because they found better receivers out there. In comparison, they actually did this right after the Raiders released Crabtree, and then they signed Crabtree. So yeah. Speaking of which, the Ravens also love our wide receivers apparently because they also signed Seth Roberts to a 1-year deal on their end. So I don't think Seth Roberts was going to find work that quickly because I mean, mixed reactions about Seth Roberts. Okay, mixed reactions. Okay, Seth Roberts. I mean, he's alright. I mean, he could be a stud in the right formation. So I would hope that Lamar Jackson knows what the heck he's doing with him. He's gonna be a complimentary receiver. For them. He was also for us. I mean, he had his best season in 2016, but that's not saying much. Uh, so I don't know, man. But I guess that he found work quickly because wow. Good luck with the Ravens, Seth Roberts. We appreciated your services, and even though you are as annoying as Matt McGlynn was being on this roster, we appreciated your services. Uh, so yeah. Um, but we signed Ryan Grant. I think that should be a nice little complimentary signing as well. Maybe a sneaky good signing if we use him correctly. But he's the one that pushed Seth Roberts out the door. I guess what goes in one year comes out the other Raven. Because I don't know. Quite interesting, huh? But the Ravens don't have a number 1 receiver, so I mean, okay. Let's see here. Now draft buzz. I mean, there's not much to talk about. This is like the dog days of Raider news, where it's like, ugh, there's like nothing. It's like, it's a dark cloud of nothing there for the Raiders and their news nowadays. Um. So yeah, there's really nothing. But now draft buzz. So I'm gonna talk about the draft for a little bit here. Um. Okay. So at the beginning of the draft process, I said the Raiders were gonna take Marquise Brown, Devin White, and Nasir Adderley. But since we signed two of those positions that we don't need them anymore, I think that the Raiders will draft Devin White. I would love Devin White as much as I would love Quinn and Williams. I'm actually gonna do a player review on Quinn and Williams pretty soon. If you guys haven't seen who Quinn and Williams is, go watch his highlight tape. He's something else, man. He's a generational talent. I feel like he's mixed. He's a Aaron Donald clone mixed with Ed Oliver. I think Quinn Williams burst onto the scene. He's something else, man. Quinn Williams is a monster, a game record. He's like, I don't know, something about him, man. Well, the way he uses his hands and his attributes to push offensive linemen to the ground, it's crazy. It really is. But he's gonna be a game record. I know that the Raiders don't already have way too many defensive tackles, but he's a generational talent. This isn't a guy you pass up on. Um, but I would love Devin White more so because we need linebackers still, even with the signings of Brandon Marshall and Vontaze Burfict, who I know Matt hates. But I mean Vontaze Burfict is going to be a plug and play. Same with Brandon Marshall. Tahir Whitehead's getting up there. So really, in retrospect, the only good linebackers we actually have with the soul are Brandon Marshall and Tahir Whitehead. Now, I would love Devin White. Okay, Devin White, he's kind of shaped like he's a corner. Kind of shaped like he's a almost like a not a linebacker type. It's like a hybrid safety type. But he's a ball hawk. He flies all over the field. It's amazing. It really, really is. He you guys can go watch my draft review on him. But I mean, he would fix our linebacker situation stat. So, and a lot of guys actually have a lot of people actually have him mocked to us. I'm gonna tell you guys about a little story after this, but the number 24th pick, I think the Raiders will select. Who else did I say the Raiders were gonna select? I said Devin White. I said who else did I say? I don't know, but number 24. Ooh, I don't know, man. Maybe an offensive lineman. I highly doubt that though. Um, I'm gonna say that the Raiders take. Uh, I'm gonna say the Raiders take. Irv Smith. Irv Smith Jr. With the 24th pick. I love Irv Smith. Irv Smith is another one of those guys where this tight end class is loaded. Okay, he is a big upgrade over Jared Cook and Luke Wilson combined. Um, he's a wild card prospect. He really is. Like, not too many people think he's gonna go in the first round. If any people are mocking him to go to the Patriots, but he's more of a second round prospect. But I feel like he's got the talents to be a good tight end. He really does. Comes from an Alabama system, really bulky and really fast and quick. His name is Irv. He's a really good player, nothing less. Okay. Um. So, and then number 20. Oh no. Well, okay. That's what I think we should take as a wild card prospect. But number 24, I kind of like Zach Allen out of Boston College, or not Boston College. Yeah, Boston College, right? He is a dark horse for the Raiders at number 24. He's kind of a second round prospect as well, but he's an edge rusher. The Raiders need edge rushers, okay? Like, we only have two on our roster: Alex Barrett and Josh Morrow. That's it. So he would help out our defensive line immensely. Uh, he comes from one of those smaller schools, so he's one of those more bulky guys who rely on the senior ball to get their talent shown. Uh, but he's quick. He kind of reminds me of Arden Key. It's gonna take him some time to develop. He might start as a 73 overall in Madden as well, but I mean, Zach Allen, why not? Why not take a flyer on him? He's one of those flyer prospects. I like the way he plays though. He plays tough, hard, gritty nose football. And then number 27, I think Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs kind of shooted his draft stock after who's that other Alabama running back? Something. His name starts with the D. I know that. Uh Not Daryl Henderson. Daryl Henderson comes out of uh. Hold on, guys. I gotta go blow my nose. My nose is a mess. My allergies suck. So give me a minute. I'll be back, guys. You guys have to give me a second. Why does it smell like strawberry? Why does it smell like strawberry? Mm. All right, I'm back, guys. My nose. Allergies, man. I tell you, allergies are kind of like this Raiders season we had last season. So, um, anyway, so Josh Jacobs. Okay, let me tell you, this dude, Josh Jacobs, he is a hard-nosed, gritty football runner player. He really is. He boosted his draft stock after the first string got hurt. I can't remember what his name is for Alabama, but Josh Jacobs. He fights for extra yards. He's one of those unpredictable players who you would think would be done with his run, but he would kind of he's one of those players where it's like you think he's done running, like you think he's gonna go down, but he ends up pushing his leg over and just grabbing it and just getting up and running the rest of the way, running the rest of the way. Um, so yeah, he fights for extra yards. He doesn't want to go down without a fight. Kind of that Barry Sanders mentality. But Josh Jacobs would fit perfectly with their offense, you know? Marshawn Lynch ain't coming back. I think Marshawn Lynch is going to retire. I've heard rumors that he's going to retire from the Raiders Daily. Like Steph Michaels from the Raiders Daily. I've heard stuff like that saying that he's going to retire. Which is why we started signing Isaiah Crowell and all these other guys. But we'll see. But yeah, Josh Jacobs could be our new starter running back. He's a hard-nosed, gritty football player. Comes from Alabama. The Eagles seemed really, really interested in him. I think he was like one of the top prospects on their board until they got Jordan Howard. But I would love Josh Jacobs a lot, man. He would be that kind of speedster running back who is a fighter, who fights for extra tendency yards, and who is also a great catching, great receiving back. He'd be that kind of running back that the Raiders really need, almost like Tariq Cohen almost. He's kind of like a Tariq Cohen. Kind of reminds me of Tariq Cohen. Got that Tariq Cohen prototype. That running back that you think's not gonna take over, but then he does because he's got these immense talent that nobody knew about. Yeah. But he was sliding perfectly with their offense. I would love that move a lot. So, hey, Josh Jacobs number 27. I would love it. And he finds good holes. He's not blind. Yeah. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. What I got for today's show in terms of news. And I actually want to tell you guys a little story. I want to tell you guys about a dream that I had about the Raiders' fourth overall selection a few nights ago when I was sleeping. So here, I had a dream. Like I said, I had a dream where it was draft night, the 25th, and the Raiders were on the clock, number 4 overall, and for some reason they weren't picking. They weren't picking. Like they had 20 seconds left. Now, if you can't recall, what happens if they don't pick, they skip their pick. I don't know why I'm sitting back, but so I had a dream where the Raiders were on the clock and they were picking for number 4, but they hadn't picked yet. So in my mind, I think they're gonna take Devin White with that pick. So they're over there, they're picking. So 20 seconds on the clock, and then the pick comes in. Okay, and here comes Commissioner Goodell. This is all going on in my dream. Here comes Commissioner Goodell, and then he says, with the first overall selection, the Oakland Raiders choose Chris Lindstorm, offensive guard, Boston College. I dreamt the Raiders were going to take an offensive lineman. Want to know why, guys? Because that's just so Raiders. Like, the thing about the Raiders' previous draft history, it's like you'd expect them to be logical and take one of these big guys. In 20, I started watching the draft immensely, like closely, starting in 2015 when we took Carl Joseph. That draft, I really wanted Miles Jack. Now, consensus would say somebody like Miles Jack because the Raiders have needed a linebacker for years. You take Carl Joseph. Why? We didn't need a safety that bad, but now we do. He ended up being really good. Um, 2016. Who did we take in 2016? Who did the Raiders take in 2016 draft? It wasn't Gary Conley because we took Gary Conley in 17. No. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. 2015 was Amari Cooper, and I was fun with Amari Cooper at that time. 2016 was Carl Joseph. I wanted Miles Jack. 2017, I was bargaining for Hassan Reddick, who ended up going to the Cardinals, and who hasn't been that good. As you guys know, I really, really wanted Hassan Reddick. And then they take Gary Conley, and I was triggered because he was still being accused for those rape allegations. So I was mad, obviously. But he's going to be a beast. He's going to end up being a beast, man. I regret everything. I totally regret everything I said about Gary Conley. And then this year, I wanted. Who did I want this year? The Raiders to take. Who did I want them to take this year? God, now I can't even remember. Who did I want the Raiders to take? Oh, Tremaine Edmonds. You guys know how hard I scouted into Tremaine Edmonds. And then the Raiders take Colton Miller, who's an offensive tackle. Freaking bum. And then the very next pick, Tremaine Edmonds. You guys saw my live reaction, but I threw pillows on my couches and everything. I was throwing everything. Pillows, the TV remote. I turned off the TV. I was screaming. I was mad. Anyways, I dreamt that they were taking Chris Lindstorm, an offensive guard, because honestly, that's just it's such a tendency, and it's so Raiders. The Raiders always do that crap. Raiders always take this player that nobody even has a thought on their board at all. It's like a dark horse. The Raiders pick. All these picks are all these draft picks. All these draft picks that everybody takes. Like that's who we expect them to take. Consensus with the brain. But the Raiders every year it just seems to be a dark horse candidate because nobody expected the Raiders to take Colton Miller with their first pick. Everybody expected them to take a linebacker. Everybody expected them to take Derwin James. I had Colton Miller going in the third round to the Vikings in my mock draft. Okay, third round. Ugh. But I just dreamt that because it's so Raiders. It's just so Raiders. It's so Raiders for them to take an offensive guard with their very first overall selection like that. They draft somebody you've never heard of, and then they make you do scouting, and then they just turn out to be nobody. Like they draft somebody you've never heard of, nobody you had on your board at all, nobody even thought about. And then after that dream where I said that they were gonna, my dream where they drafted an offensive guard, I woke up and then I went to the restroom. I was I was scared, man, because imagine if they really did that. I'm just saying they better not draft Chris Lindstrom, however you say his name, with their very first pick at all. Now he's a good. Now I would love for him to be on the Raiders, and he might go to the Raiders, but he's a third round prospect. Chris Lindstrom, I mean, he's decent, but he's not good. Anyway, he was consciously as my bad dream. I don't know if you call it a bad dream, but ever since the Raiders have made draft picks, they've been bad. So I guess you could call it that to get a bad and a dream. Bad dream? I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that funny story. I don't want them to take an offensive guard with any of their picks. They need all defense. And free agency was shaping up to be all defense. So they better make all defense. I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, Raider Nation. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed my funny moment with the dream. Man, I don't want that to happen. Oh my god, I'm so scared they're actually going to take an offensive tackle with one of their first 3 picks. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. To the offensive tackle thing. If they take any offensive tackle, any offensive lineman in general, it better be Jonah Williams, and that's it. Jonah Williams is a god, but that's it. I'd never want to have that dream again, though. Um, wow. Anyways, Raider Nation, that's pretty much it for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Sadly, we have no football at all because the AAF doesn't know what the heck they're doing. The AAF's low on lowball money. They don't have any cash, so we have no football at all. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good rest of your day, Raider Nation. And as always, go Raiders. 18 more days till the draft. Next weekend should be our draft special. I will make a mock draft throughout the week. Kyler Murray's going first overall, by the way. You heard it here.